What's going on, guys? It's Dominic and Joe Paul. Joe Paul's rocking his Marvel shirt. He has a shirt, like a superhero shirt, on every single episode. I've just noticed that.
Pretty much.
He had the Batman, Superman, Marvel, and then he has all his other ones. But today we're talking about Loki.
Yeah,
episode
I'm a giant kid.
He is. He is. We're talking about Loki episode 4, the Nexus event. Let's get into the video. And we're a little late with this episode, but it's all right because we're back on schedule. Nexus event, great episode, by far one of the best episodes so far.
It's probably my favorite episode of all the series we've done. It's my favorite episode. I
agree, because there's a lot in this that we figure out, and we're gonna get into it today. The next episode comes out in like 2 days, so I'm really excited for that.
Yeah.
So we start in Asgard, and we figure out that Sylvie gets taken by the TVA at like age 10 or whatever she was. So
it's about 10.
We don't know why. It said something, but I don't think it was the reason why. I think she causes a Nexus event in the future, and that's why they took her in the past, like her past self. But I don't know. We still haven't figured out about that part yet.
Yeah, we're not sure. But with what's her name? Ravonna was kind of cruel the way when she asked her there, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah. But she gets away. Sylvie gets away, her younger self, and Ravonna really doesn't really try anything. So I think maybe she's feeling guilty.
Ravonna at the time is a guard.
She is. I did not know that.
Yeah, Ravonna's the one that it's like the one she gets away from.
Okay. Yeah. But it's like she doesn't do anything. She just lets her go away. You know.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So then it cuts to Mobius, and she's talking to Ravonna, and they're trying to figure out a way to find the two Lokis because they escaped, and I mean they don't know where they're at.
They're causing a huge timeline.
Yeah.
Chaos, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we figure out later in the episode why that's such chaos, or why it could be such chaos to branch off.
Okay, guys, we're back. So Mobius is actually kind of suspicious about what's going on with C20 because Ravonna tells her that she's dead, but she seemed fine, you know.
Yeah, she's covering it up hardcore, and Mobius is starting to get suspicious.
And okay, so kind of stepping out, our theories were correct. On the very first episode, we said she's bad.
Yeah.
But come back. A lot of we're gonna get to it at the end of the episode, but a lot of our theories were correct. Like a lot of them that we said
so far. Yeah.
But we're getting to the episode. But they cause a Nexus event, Loki and Lady Loki or Sylvie, and that's how they find them. Do you know what caused that Nexus event?
The way they described it, the way Mobius described it, is because they're falling in love with each other.
Yeah, so they said it went like two Lokis, same people basically. I think that's so weird.
Like falling in love with yourself from a different dimension or something. It's out there, but it's cool.
But they take them. So when they take him, and what happens? Loki kind of lies to him, or
Loki lied. Loki Mobius puts Loki through the ringer, and he's basically manipulates him into admitting that he's in love with Sylvie.
Oh, well, we haven't got to that yet, but
and then
he puts him in that time loop, and we see Lady Sniff.
Backing up a little bit, we see Sif from Asgard.
Yeah, we haven't seen her since Thor: The Dark World.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
She wasn't in Ragnarok. She's supposed to be in the new Thor, or I think she's in the cast or something. But yeah, we see her in Loki. It's not actually her. It's kind of like a. Is it actually her?
It's a time loop. It is actually her.
They put
Mobius sends Loki into a time loop.
That makes sense.
You know, and basically it's Loki played a trick on her and he cut her hair while she was sleeping. So she's pissed, and so for 8 times in a row he gets beat. Mobius locks him in this time loop. But yeah, to get back to your point, Loki lies to Mobius to cover up for Civ, and that's when he finally starts figuring out. He tells him he was behind it the whole time, which is a lie.
Yeah. So I think Mobius, it didn't seem like he believed what Loki said, because Loki, before he went in the time loop, he said the TVA was lying to him, but it didn't seem like he believed him. But I think it's kind of like, because he doesn't really have a past self, he's kind of thinking like, man, is this true? So Mobius wants to speak to Sylvie, but Ravonna, she doesn't let him.
Yeah.
And she says because she cares about him, but I think she just doesn't want him to betray the TVA, I guess.
Yeah,
she doesn't want him to know.
Ravonna kind of knows that he's on the tip of where he's already
he's kind of figuring
doubting.
Out. Yeah,
he's already doubting the TVA, and so she can kind of sense that, and he keeps pushing and pressing her. She just keeps coming up with lie after lie. She's just BSing him.
That's yeah. Ooh, I don't really like her. I think she's my least favorite character.
She plays the character well to make you hate.
Oh yeah, definitely. She kind of I mean, not as far as fake Cap.
Not as far as fake Cap.
But I mean, she's supposed to be a character you dislike,
Yeah.
But so this is when he takes her temp pad, right? They start talking.
Yeah. So when they close the case and they sign and they're kind of celebrating with a drink, and he distracts her with the new trophy. He's like rigging up, and then he swaps the keypads with her,
the temp,
or tablets,
whatever those. I think they're called temp. I think they're temp pads. I'm not sure though. But he's having his suspicions. He's like, man, I'm not sure I'm believing her, and we find out it's true. He figures out that
he does.
Even what was her name? C20. They got the video of C20, I think.
In the tablet, he sees a video of C20 saying like, "Hey,
exactly
these
what Loki
are real."
said. Exactly what Loki said.
Exactly what they say. Yeah.
So he's like, "Oh, okay." So he goes to get Loki from the time loop, and what are they about to do? Oh, they're about to go overthrow him.
They're about to do something serious, but Ravonna's waiting for him because she discovers that he took her tablet.
Yeah, it's funny. He tries to play it off, and then they're just like all serious. He's like, oh well, they know. Yeah. So he tells them about that, like if he would get back into the timeline, and he would go to where he was before the TVA.
Exactly.
Which, you know what? I kind of just thought about this on the spot. What time period do you think the TVA is? And because they got Loki in 2012, but they go any time they want. So I wonder where I'm. You know what? Now I said that, I'm thinking it's still in the quantum realm. I think so.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
I was having doubts, like kind of before we filmed this, but now I just said that, it kind of popped in mind. I feel like this is a quantum realm.
There's a lot of hints there's a lot of Easter eggs that point towards it, where Mobius is talking in like episode 1 or 2, where he's like, "Hey, time moves differently here in the TVA." Yeah. We have the scene from Ant-Man where Ant-Man's in the quantum realm and he sees that little city, and they look similar. Yeah. It's like, if it's true, it's awesome. I want it to be, but I don't know if I want it to be true or like if it's really going to be true. But I'm kind of rooting for it to be true.
So at the start, we kind of thought Kane the Conqueror is kind of behind it all. Are you still thinking? Are you still sticking with that?
Well, just based off of what we've seen in like WandaVision and stuff, same writers, I believe. Usually, like Kang the Conqueror, like we want it to be him because he's going to be in he's going to be in Ant-Man. So we know we're going to see him in Ant-Man, and like he could be controlling the TVA. But now, based off of what we've seen, like in WandaVision and stuff, I think it's a character we've already seen.
I think so.
Villain. And what was that? YouTube. Ryan Airy from Screen Crush put out a theory that he thinks that Loki's actually behind it.
That's a good theory.
It is. It's a very good theory, and it makes a lot of sense. So I'm leaning towards that now. Because it's not Kang the Conqueror.
It's always like something,
right in front of
different. Yeah. So kind of like we thought at the second episode, we thought maybe it's another Loki, but it's actually a lady Loki. So maybe the Loki, like a different type of Loki, was created the TVA, and we don't know why exactly.
Because the timeline went crazy, so Loki could have one of the Infinity Stones. We don't know. He could be controlling all kinds of stuff because he's the god of mischief, and that's why we love him. So,
Mobius gets pruned.
Oh my gosh!
Mobius gets pruned, dude.
He gets pruned. That's sad.
That was shocking. That was a shocker.
But first, the guard's B-15 goes to Sylvie and lets her loose because she wants. she makes Sylvie show her memories
her
again.
past.
So like Mobius wakes up, he realizes it's wrong. B-15 realizes it, and so
TVA is going down.
TVA is going down.
Ooh.
Ravana's going to take Sylvie and Loki
to
up
the
to meet the timekeepers, and we see the timekeepers.
We see the timekeepers for the very first time.
And it was kind of a chilling moment right there.
They're
in the first 10 minutes we see him. So
what was that? So one of the timekeepers, you couldn't really understand what he's saying. The first time I watched it, I couldn't understand. The second time I truly listened.
Yeah.
And he said like something about you have any last
words variant?
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, so what is it? B-15. When she's like, okay, I'm saving the day. Frees Sylvie and Loki, and they fight all the TVA members. And of course they're gonna win. I mean, they're gods.
Demigods, yeah.
I feel like they're kind of because they can't use their powers there, right?
No powers. Okay. That's why the fight scenes have been a little extended because they're basically fighting as normal.
That's right. But obviously they win because, and then Sylvie chops off the first timekeeper's head, and they're fake.
Yeah. What was your first thought when you seen the head roll and you see it was like
Dude,
a
I'm like,
robot?
What? I'm like, what the heck? I'm like, there's no way she just killed the timekeeper right there.
Right.
So it's like that. That's just too easy. So I'm like, yeah, they're fake.
They're fake.
Right when she's chopping her hand, I'm like, yeah, they're gonna be fake. No way.
It's like a Wizard of Oz revealing. So who's behind the curtain? Who's pulling the strings? Right when he threw that, I thought back to Star Wars, when they kill what's his name kills the Sith Lord, chops his head off.
You talking about
not the last one.
Count Dooku? Hands chopped off.
The second to last one.
The second to last one.
Yeah, it'll come to me. But it made me think about that scene where he kills. His name escaped me right now. We'll have to come.
The second movie when he chops off what? His hands?
No, when they kill that Sith Lord, Rey and.
You're talking about the newer movies.
Yeah, the newer ones.
They kill Rey.
Rey and.
You're talking. Okay, so you're talking about.
Well, I can't think of his name.
What's his name?
The big alien-looking creature.
What's his name? Oh my gosh! Why is his name not coming to me right now?
I don't know. We haven't done Star Wars.
Anyways, yeah.
Sidebar.
Yeah. So yeah, they have a deep moment. Sylvie and Loki, and then Loki gets freaking pruned, dude. That was more shocking. That was really shocked.
Yeah.
Shocking. He gets pruned, and I'm like, what? No way. Well, what was your immediate reaction?
Well, yeah, Loki gets pruned, and I'm like, okay, he's not really dead.
I mean, yeah.
Where's he going to? What's the next thing? And then we get a bonus scene. Finally, episode 4, we get a bonus
last credit scene. Snoke, by the way.
Snoke.
Yeah, we get that credit scene, and it shows. I guess we gotta say 4 Lokis, right, or 3? Does the alligator count as a Loki?
We're assuming, yeah. I'm assuming
4 Lokis. Dude, an alligator.
4 Lokis.
Okay, so we've seen in the comics Kid Loki and the old Loki. I don't think we've seen the other Loki.
I haven't.
I think he's holding Mjolnir, and then the alligator Loki.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of those. I didn't do any internet research on those guys either, but I've seen the other 2.
I've heard the old Loki. I've heard he's like really bad, but I'm not sure they're gonna make him like that in this one. But yeah, like the end of the episode, end credit scene. Yeah, that's insane. So on TikTok, there's a little bit of it was just pictures, so it wasn't really a spoiler, but it showed kind of their adventure. I mean, it wasn't really too much, it wasn't even a spoiler at all, but it shows just pictures of the scenes, and it shows something about like a red chair.
Yeah.
So next week we see a red chair.
Yeah, we're gonna see a red chair.
Did you see that?
Just from you.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we see a red chair, that's all I know. That's the end of the episode. Crazy episode, by far my favorite episode.
So what's happening in the next? What theories do we have on the
next
episode 5?
I'm thinking it's kind of going to go between Loki and Sylvie, kind of Loki's adventure and how he's gonna, because we don't really know where he's at right now or how he's gonna, because like he got so he got pruned. So maybe going back to my quantum realm theory, maybe he goes back up to not the quantum realm or something like that. I don't know.
He's somewhere, yes. I think the scenes. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I think it's gonna go between them and Sylvie. I think we find out kind of what how the TVA was created. I don't think we. I think we figure out who creates it. I think we figure out because I feel like episode 5 is kind of when we find out a lot. So
that was the big one in WandaVision. That's when we found out about Agnes.
Yeah, so I'm thinking we find out who the actual, who created TVA. And I think Loki somehow finds a way back, and then that 6th episode is how they defeat something. I don't know.
It's gonna get crazy.
I think Sylvie dies, if I'm being honest. You think so?
That's possible.
I don't know.
I haven't thought about that yet.
Let us know your theories.
Yeah.
So some of our theories we said is Ravonna being bad.
That's true.
Timekeepers being fake. I said that.
Nailed it.
What else did I say? You said, you were sitting right in this very spot. You said maybe Mobius was captured by the TVA.
Oh, right.
You said that.
From a sea-doo and his jousticola.
Correct.
Yeah.
And there's more. I'm going to go back and watch all the videos like I do every time. Make sure you guys like this video and comment. That allows more people to watch us and we grow a fan base. And make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications. Let's get to 100 subscribers. Let's do it. 100 subscribers. Every Wednesday. I think I'm gonna for this episode. I think I'm gonna stay up till like 2 a.m. and watch it. You know what I should do? I should go live stream on this channel of my reaction. It's gonna be at 2 a.m. So if you guys are gonna be up, then
we should do a live reaction. I'll send you a video.
Or
then can you piece them in? We'll figure something out.
Yeah, 2 a.m. That'd be crazy. Let us know if you guys want that. Like I said earlier, subscribe, like. We're gonna get this next video is gonna be actually in a couple more days because we're filming this on Monday. So it's gonna be in a couple more days. So 2 videos close together, and I'll see you guys then. Let's go.